Hello! It's another car vlog, and today I want to follow up on the small business symposium that I went to. I also want to talk about the main tool that I use to keep organized, and I want to talk about my new assistant, and also I think that's it. So let's talk about it. Watch my last vlog. I talked about I was on my way to this small business symposium. So if you didn't watch that one, you're going to want to, or you're not going to know what I'm talking about. So I went to the small business symposium. It was held by my local library. It was from 9 in the morning till 4 o'clock p.m. It was free. You did have to sign up for it. And I think they have it once, maybe twice a year. And it was so awesome. I was so shocked at the speakers there, the wealth of information that I got, and this was all free. We even got lunch, so it was so cool. If you are starting a small business or you have a small business, I would check with your local library system to see if there's anything the small business symposium that's available, because there's so many free resources for businesses. And, those types of things are regional, so it kind of just depends on where you're at. And one of the main takeaways I had was the amount of free resources available in my area. And in between sessions, I signed up for literally every single thing that I could. I was very excited that there is this small business, it's not even the Small Business Association, but there's a small business division of one of the local colleges. Where I live, there's a lot of colleges in the area, or within an hour of me, there has to be at least 10 different colleges. And a lot of them have these programs for the community and things like that. So one of my local colleges has this program where you get a pro bono lawyer there's a list of things that they'll do. One of them is to review contracts for you. But one of them is to help you get into the women-owned business certified. I want to become a certified women-owned business. It really helps your business just to solidify. It's just one of those things. You can do it on your own, but they help you do it, and there's a grant that pays for it if you do it through them. So I was yeah, sign me up. So I would also check with your local colleges to see if there's any of those type of community programs as well. I met some really cool people. Everything that I've been doing lately, I don't know if I've shared on this series yet about this program called Erie Made. I think I started it, but it's a small business accelerator that I was accepted into. I had to apply. They only take 15 people a year, so they did take my business. And you had to know, there were so many questions. Being a part of Erie Made is how I learned about this particular program, and going to this program is how I'm learning about these other programs. So I know the first year and a half of my business, I was just so focused on being able to pay my bills and just basic things about the business, that I really just I worked from home. I didn't do much. I didn't do a ton of networking. I always felt listen, you got to be paying bills. And then I brought on Brenda part-time, so I was I have to pay her, and I really just wasn't focused on some other things about the business. So if you're thinking about doing a small business, start going to these things now. Even if you're not ready yet to open the business, shorten your learning curve. Anything that's free in your area, even if you may not get anything at all from the workshop, but the networking and the amount of resources that you will uncover is so worth it. I did click with some people. It's really cool. Some people that are in my group, in my business acceleration group, they were there too, so that's nice. We're solidifying our bonds and support for each other as well. So it was just, I was so glad that I went. I learned so much. And so that's sort of a follow-up to that. Look around. There's so many free things. So my new assistant is starting tomorrow. So my current assistant, which is Brenda, is going to move into the role that she was always meant to be in, which was more of a community liaison, moderating the group. helping out with like personal shopping questions, just being that like, you know, point person for all things that are our community, because the Tia Maria Wigs community is a big part of my business plan. And so I wanted to have a person that's more of a point person to make sure, if you've been watching me for a long time, you know that I like to respond to all kinds of, anybody who contacts me, calls me, messages me, I like to respond to them. You know, and as we get a little bit bigger, I'm not going to be able to do that. And I wanted somebody that, like, you guys know, that also understands wigs. Like, she's been wearing wigs for, I don't know, maybe 20 years. So she really gets it. Wig wearing, tips, tricks, all that type of stuff. So she's going to slide into more of that role. She already does it partially, but she also helps me out with some other things here and there. So she's going to be moving more into that role. And then I will have what I'm calling my team assistant. She's my assistant, but really, I hired her to be able to manage me. You know, I talk about having ADHD. I talk openly about having ADHD. And although I'm very organized, I think I'm really, really organized for someone with ADHD. And if you want a video about how, like, I run my business having ADHD, I can definitely do that. One of the big things that I use in order to keep myself, like, on task and help myself out is I use a program called Asana, and I'm like obsessed with Asana. If you want a specific video, like where I kind of walk through my Asana and talk about the different things and why I use it and how I use it, I can totally do that as well. But along with the theme days that I talked about in the last video, Asana is like sort of the hub, whether you're a one-person team or not, especially if you're going to be a one-person team and grow. Asana really helps you set yourself up to be able to grow effectively. One of the most awesome things about Chelsea is that she has been using Asana for like years. So she's probably going to teach me things that I didn't know. So a really important thing that I wanted to do when hiring my assistant, like when I'm saying, you know, I wanted someone to manage me, but I also wanted someone that was stronger in the areas that I'm not, you know. And I read a lot of stuff about, you know, running a business. I watch a lot of videos about running a business, and they always say to like lean into your genius. So like whatever is your skill set and your strong suit in a business, lean into that. And then also hire people around you that are better at the things that you're not good at, if that makes sense. So as far as Asana is concerned, I can totally do a video on how I particularly use it. There's a lot of training and tutorial videos, which I love. Paul Miners is one of the channels that I love the most with regard to the tutorials and like really quick answers to your questions. But overall, I think it's important, like any system that you're going to use that's going to help your business, there is going to be a learning curve. There is going to be like an adoption time frame. So, you know, just start one at a time, start adding them in as they help you, and just keep in mind that it's not going to be like overnight that these systems are in place to like help your business. But Asana is definitely one I recommend for task and project and team management. I did use Monday.com, and I didn't hate it, but now that I use Asana, I'm totally in love with it. Okay. Some of the other programs that I use to help my business is Metricool, which is a social media scheduling where you can kind of schedule all your social media in one place. So I use Metricool. I use Shopify for my website, but that's also like my inventory management and the blog and the newsletters and all of the email marketing. So I use Shopify for that. And what else do I use outside of just like Facebook, Instagram? I can't think of anything. Like I use like Google Drive and stuff like that. I did just hire on an editor, and editing has been like the bane of my existence for a long time because I film so much content, it's insane. So I did just hire on an editor, and we've been using Google Drive. I'm finding out that I need to add more storage space in the Google Drive, like sending the videos back and forth, but it does make it a lot easier to do that. Yeah, those are like the main tools and systems that I use to run my business. Again, want more details about those, I can do more details. But so I just got done at the Walmart. I live in the country, so they call it the Walmart. I just got done at the Walmart, and I've been on keto now for, I think I started January 20th, and today I think is March 25th, and I'm down about 20-ish pounds right now. So I'm gonna start going to the gym again soon. I just really wanted to get on top of the keto and get eating, you know, it wasn't as hard as I thought it would be, because listen, I was eating fast food sometimes two times a day, sugary things, candies, all the stuff. I was just eating the most ridiculous stuff, okay? So I really thought I would have a hard time breaking those habits. And I'm not gonna say it was not hard in the beginning, because it really was. But so far, I'm really liking it. I've been staying on it, and you know, my birthday was this month, and so I did have like some treats for my birthday, like, but for the most part, it's basically low carb, you know, mid-range protein, high fat, and no sugar. So, yay. I want to do some keto related videos too, because of just like tips and tricks that I found. Again, I just started, so you know, what do I know? But some of the stuff I think would be very helpful for people just starting as well. Overall, I'm really jazzed. I'm excited to start with my assistant tomorrow. I'm a little bit nervous, and we're gonna start doing like weekly Zooms as a team, because I have a team now. It's a small team, but I have a team. And yeah, that's really it. If there's any other like small business related topics that you want me to cover, please put that down below. I am going to start doing some vlogs from my actual studio and just talking about things and showing different things. So please, anything that you want to know about a small business, put that down below. I will film the videos on it. And yeah, these videos are going to live on my second channel, but they will probably be on my main channel at first, so they'll be in both places. So depending on where you're watching this, make sure you are signed up or subscribed to both my channels. And I hope you enjoyed this. I will talk to you soon.